Namaskaram. Kalaripayattu is a system which is based upon animal movements and animal characteristics. One such important animal or reptile in Kalaripayattu is the snake. The fighting techniques related to snake are practiced in almost all the lineages of Kalaripayattu. This video we are going to dedicate or see a few fighting aspects of the snake and what it represents spiritually. The first thing that we need to understand is every Kalaripayattu movement has three dimensions to it. One is the body conditioning dimension, the second is the self-defense aspect of it, third is the adhyatmic or the spiritual representation of it or the interpretation of it. So when it comes to a snake, first we'll address the body conditioning part. I'll just have my student number. First we practice the Vadivus. We have two variants of Sarpa Prayogam in our class. The first variant is this. Initially this is taught to the beginners to have a correct posture. This is the Sarpa Prayogam, and the second variant is with a long stance. So after Vadivus, in our class we practice something called Kaikutipai. It's from the Pilatangi Sampradayam of Kalaripayattu. So predominantly the movements in Kaikutipai are based on snake. So just to demonstrate one set. Touch and dot. Touch and Wangi wala. Kai mumbatali kai kinoki. Vadiyo sa kalu channel na. Touch on video. This is based on the twirling movement of the snake, and one movement that is widely used is this. This represents a snake turning in a very constricted space. A snake will have a very small space and it just turns. Here there is a very constricted space. She turns. Move in. Go. And we have a few hand strengthening exercises with respect to snake also. More. So this is about the body conditioning. There are several other body conditioning exercises. These exercises, like they tone your core, they are very good for your spine, they are very good for your endurance, they are very good for your hands, and Kaikutipai especially is very good for your low body strengthening and conditioning. So apart from this, what is the spiritual interpretation of a snake? A snake in the yogic language represents Kundalini energy. The Kundalini energy that resides in the Muladhara chakra. The main aim of a sadhaka is to raise that Kundalini energy from Muladhara to Sahasrara. We have Sapta chakras here: Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agna and Sahasrara. The Kundalini resides at the Muladhara and it has to rise up to Sahasrara. That is the aim of a sadhaka. That's the aim of yoga. That's the aim of Kalaripayattu also to a certain extent. So that Lord Shiva, who has tamed the Kundalini, for that representation he holds or he wears a snake around his neck. That is to represent that he has tamed and mastered Kundalini energy. That is a spiritual interpretation. We saw the body conditioning aspect. Now going to the self-defense interpretation of snake. There are various principles to it. We'll just take one single principle today in this video. We need to understand that Kalaripayattu is a principle based art. It's not technique based. We cannot apply different principles for different techniques. We take a certain principle and try to apply it to various techniques, numerous number of techniques. Snake is very well known for its sensitivity. When we attack generally, which is the first sensory organ that is when we are attacked generally, what is the sensory organ that responds first? That is the skin, not the eyes. The eyes doesn't respond first, it's the skin. When we are attacked, for example, when somebody holds me from behind, not able to see him, but the skin responds and sends a message to a brain that you have been attacked. It's the same way with the snake. The snake, what to say it feels the attack through its pores or through its skin. It has such sensitivity that it will get that intimation that it's being attacked. First, it hisses and tells the person near it that it is present here, you shouldn't harm. So for example, if somebody is here to fight us, we converse with them. It is equivalent to hissing. We tell them that we are not here to fight. Fighting is not the only remedy. We can talk through. But when we attack a snake doesn't give a second thought. It bites you. When you stamp a snake, when you try to attack him, when you try to get hold of it, it doesn't give a millisecond. It just goes full throttle. This being a Kshatriya Dharma, we need to have that same notion spiritually and physically also. Either we hit, either we are very passive, we don't attack, or when we attack, we go full throttle. That is one principle. There are several snakes around the world. When attacked or when stamped, they spit venom directly to the eye. So that is the principle. That's the principle that we are going to take today. I'll just have my student Mohan here. Now, as I told, the skin feels the attack first. If he slaps me, I felt it here. What I do, whatever be the attack, the theme, the principle that I'm going to follow is, I'm going to go for his eyes. Once I blur his vision, how much of a strong he is, once I blur his vision, I'll get a minimum of a few milliseconds or a second. Once I blur his vision, it's gone. Then I go boom, boom. Boom, I attack him. Sorry. The same way, number. Baba. You know what? Just stand. He slaps, go for his eye. Yes. He slaps on the other side, go for his eye. He punches your stomach, go for the eye. He grabs, he goes for the eye. No. You feel like this. Look. Yeah. So the theme of the principle that needs to be followed. The theme of the principle that needs to be followed here is, whatever be the attack, you go for the eye first. You target the vulnerable points. People have asked me, people might ask me after this video also, isn't it wrong to directly go for the eye? See, we need to teach the student when to fight. This is a Shastra Vidya, this is a Kshatriya Dharma. When you are teaching Shastra to a student, we need to teach them Shastras, which give them knowledge, what is Dharma, what is Adharma, when to fight, what to fight for. When they have that knowledge, they'll choose the fights. They'll not choose fights based on their ego. They'll choose fights based on Dharma and Adharma. When to take up arms and when to stay silent. That is the predominant quality of a warrior. So, a warrior shouldn't have passivity in his life. If he goes full throttle. If I am here for destruction, I destruct the opponent without giving a second thought. Otherwise, I'll have that pacifist nature. I'll just stay silent. So you need to develop that clarity of mind in life also. This is indirectly telling you to give it your all to anything that you do in life, or just to come out of it. No need of staying half-hearted in anything. If I go half-hearted in any self-defense scenario, street survival is not a joke. If I go half-hearted, then the chances of survival for me is very less. If I want to attack, I go full throttle. If I don't want to engage, I don't engage at all. I don't listen to my ego and land up in a fight every day. That is the thing. So these are the three things of Sarpam. One is the body conditioning part. One is the principle that I told you. Whatever be the attack from the opponent, you try to go for his eyes. That is taken from the snake. And spiritually, it represents a Kundalini energy. There are a lot of animals. There are animals which have spiritual importance in Indian mythology. And each animal has these sort of representations and fighting applications, which will go on with our subsequent videos. Thank you.